So the summer roadmap is here, and there's some interesting information about what the roadmap entails, specifically about the legendary armor, because, well, the roadmap essentially says that, which actually has changed a little bit, because beforehand they essentially said Rift armor, Hunter armor, Astral Ward armor, that you obviously, the Astral Ward armor you needed for the legendary, right? And then it's something like new armor sets. Now we know that it's a near spawn armor. I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of armor is gonna be, and we didn't know exactly if that meant that this is part of the precursor, or like part of the collection to make the next legendary. But of course, I think the collection of the legendary needs 4 items, and one of them. And one of them we already have. Then it was the Rift Hunter, the Astral Ward armor, and of course, it was pretty obvious to say that the next one will be the Oniris Spawn armor, and there's one left, right? One left that we don't know what it is, right? That probably would be the Obsidian Legendary Armor Tier 1. And I was thinking, and I think most people was thinking, that Obsidian Legendary Armor Tier 2 was essentially, for example, this was the precursor, the Ascended version, and this was the Legendary, so the final set of the actual Legendary, right? But we got a little bit of a comment from Roy Bayer, one of the developers in ArenaNet, commenting on one of the, responding one of the comments from a random forum comment here, right? And the comment goes, "Hi Robbie, I have a few questions in regards to the story update, if you're able to answer them. Is the Oniris Spawn armor set the next set in the Arcanum of Astral Armor collection? This armor set was mentioned along with the Strike CM announcement for CO, but does this mean that the Strike CM will be required for it? If so, please reconsider that the approach, as the Obsidian armor set was built as being an open world set, required open world gameplay." Honestly, this, I think, is a bit of a jump to think that just because it's coming at the same time, it's gonna be part of the Strike CM. I think there's a bit of a jump in logic here, but they're asking and they're revealing some information, because they did respond. It would run counter to the Strike CM, blah blah. In update 2, it lists Obsidian Tier 1 with Tier 2 listed in update 3. Is Tier 1 the last armor set for the Arcanum of Astral Armor collection, or is it really 2 different tiers of legendary armor? If it's 2 different tiers, then will the Tier 1 be a component to the Tier 2? Will it be a simple upgrade, or will it be a separate grind associated with it? In order, and this is how Robbie said the response: yes, Oniris Spawn armor is the 3rd set you can purchase from Lear at the Astral Ward Mage. So I don't think it says it right here, but I think she is confirming that it is. I think the wording is a bit weird, to be honest, but she is confirming, I think, that it is part of the Arcanum Astral Armor collection. Arcanum Astral collection. You can see here we have the Astral Ward piece, the Rift Hunter piece, and then I guess this would be the Obsidian piece in as well, right? But right, so this will be the one you need. And then of course they say yes. With the next patch, with the update 2, you will be essentially able to finish the legendary, right? This would be the Tier 1 Obsidian Legendary Armor Tier 1, right? No Strike CMs will not be required. Tier 1 armor listed for update 2 is the legendary armor. So yeah, there they confirm that is the legendary armor. With that, it's you have it enough. It's good enough, right? You have the legendary armor with this update of Obsidian Legendary Armor Tier 1, which would essentially complete this piece, right? This piece, and you will get the the collection, right? The collection done, and you'll be able to get the item that in order to make the legendary. The Tier 2 armor coming up to 3 is a variant unlock. It's similar how the Gen 3 legendary armor variant works. Legendary weapon variant works, although it's not strictly one-to-one comparison. That's crazy. That means that essentially these are different pieces of armor. They look different. Now, does that mean, now they did say it's not a one-to-one comparison? What does that mean? Honestly, I'm not sure. This could mean that this is essentially legendary armor, the one that we see. Can I see? Legendary. We can say this is exactly the one that they have shown us, like this pieces, right? This ones, and this is how they look. And maybe legendary armor Tier 2 will look differently. Maybe it'll have a different color. Maybe a different way that it actually works. Maybe a different animation. Maybe this one will have one animation and the other one will have another one, right? Maybe that. And I've heard some other chatters in my Twitch chat, right, that they said essentially, well, most likely considering it's ANET and they probably don't have that much time to develop two pieces of armor completely different. Maybe this is one that, maybe this one is essentially this armor with no animation, and the tier 2 is the one with the animation. Honestly, might not be a bad idea considering the fact that, well, a lot of people don't like the animation, the legendary armor that we already have, so it could actually be a good idea. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell. Which one is it? It's, I don't know. It could be any of them. I've heard arguments like, of course, it's the other one. It's only gonna be like no animation. One's gonna be no animation. The other one is gonna be animation because there's no way they develop two pieces of armor. If they actually want to do that, they would be screaming from the rooftops. They will be saying, "Wow, guys, look at what we're gonna get! Oh my god!" But honestly, and it always fucks up with this kind of things and never actually announces it correctly. Like we didn't like. Do you guys remember? Like, oh my god, I just remember all the horrible things that we thought the expansion was gonna be because of how bad the communication from ANET was about the rifts. We thought it was gonna be like only one tier. Instead, we got tier 3 tiers of difficulty. Same thing with like Archipelago. Archipelago looks so boring from the videos that they made. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, they copy pasted everything." But honestly, Archipelago was one of the best maps that we've gotten, even if it was reused assets, and yet honestly had the original stuff, anyways. So I think ANET definitely kind of sucks at the whole, making people excited about their game. It could be the fact that they just didn't want to mention it now and they wanted to mention it eventually. Who knows, honestly. But I would not tell you, yes, of course, this is gonna be the most. Oh my god, we're gonna get 2 legendary armors. Oh my god, this is crazy. Maybe not, right? It could be, honestly, it's 50-50 for me. I'm not really sure where to land on this. I'm definitely gonna be excited, and I honestly, even if it is not, it is gonna be one version where it's like not animated and the other one where it is animated, I would find this very, very cool anyways, right? Because that way you have the option to choose. I'm also happy that we're gonna get another piece of armor next week, right? And hopefully it looks cool. It may look very similar to what the actual legendary is gonna look like, just a tamer version of it, just like the legendary armor from War vs. World looks. I mean, from War vs. World, from PvE, it looks like, as you can see here, it has different tiers. If you go for the Envoy, where is it? Here we go. This is the main version, right? And this is gonna be the the other version, like the not upgraded version. That's the first one, right? As you can see, they change, right? They might actually be this way, right? On your spawn armor, then this one, then this one. Who knows? But it's actually very, very interesting. And tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about this. Tell me if you where do you land on? Where do you land on these possibilities? I'm very excited to see what happens, and hopefully soon we get a bit more information so we can speculate more. Because honestly, speculating seems very, very fun. It makes me want to, be excited about the game. But there you go. Tell me what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. Go to my Patreon if you want, and see you guys around. Go to Twitch as well to chat and debate me. Okay? See you guys around. Bye bye.